at Snowbowl, Arizona. It's windy today. It's about 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Look at the views. It's amazing. There's a mountain behind us. Probably pretty hard to see. A lot of green still on the aspen trees. There's Kendrick Peak over there. So it's still very green. It's September, late September. We just crossed a meadow here. Boy, a lot of prep and anticipation for this day. I'm pretty excited about it. There's not many cars out in the parking lot, so I don't imagine we'll see a lot of people on the trail. Just kind of a personal goal, personal challenge. Get back at this mountain that kicked my butt last time. Hopefully. And we're on our way. Got out the phone because it's so quiet right here. Little windbreak. The image on screen is actually brighter than what you're seeing with all the shade and shadow in here. It's kind of dark. You can see you do have to watch your step and step between roots and rocks, and this is the easy part of the trail. Easy footing, I should say. I signed in today. I didn't last time. There was a lot of cars in the parking lot last time. It looks like there's maybe about 6 or 8 other people going to the peak. So be crossing their path at some point. All right, guys, we're just past the mile point on the trail, about 1.1, and I've got my cardio and my sweat output established. I think I'll leave this on just a little bit longer, and time to break out the hiking poles and kind of really lock in that pace here. I really feel great. I'm so thankful to be out here, and want to thank you guys for clicking on the video and coming along. This is the reason I'm doing this right now, is to share it with other people, so I'm glad it's you guys. I was thinking a while back, I felt so good. Everything feels so strong. I felt like I could just stilt along my walking poles with my arms. So we'll hope that keeps going. So my first trail snack coming up here, about 2 miles. Not that it's precisely planned, but I told myself I'd start getting some energy back. You can see the trail steepen, and not having the poles does change the pace, and talking changes the pace. Man, this is cool. Ground is relatively good right here. The roots aren't bad. You can kind of step in between all the little triangles that they make. But the rocks, a little different story. That's where the hiking poles really come in, by the way. The rougher the trail is, provided that you don't have to climb anything hand over foot, the more valuable the hiking poles are. It really saves a lot of energy and it improves your stability so much, lessens the chance of injury. I'm chewing on one of these power bar wafers. I really like these. They seem to dissolve fast. They don't take your thirst away too much, and they've got a lot more body to them than, say, those Neapolitan wafers that you get. I think those are Mother's brand. It's more like cookie candy stuff. Get to talking and forget to breathe. Anyhow, that's the first snack. So my camera use is kind of being dictated by the trail difficulty. If it's a little bit less steep, I get out the camera. I'm at about 2.4 miles right now, which is close to halfway up the climb, and I'm doing good. Now, halfway in distance is not halfway up this climb, just because of the altitude factor. It's a lot harder at 11,500 or 12,000 feet than it is right now. Really fun to see the sun poking through and the patches of light on the ground, all the prettiness. Really amazing. I've passed 4 people on the trail. No one's come up from behind so far. So I'll feed my ego, pretend like that means I'm doing a great pace. Oh boy. All right. I should probably be concentrating right now instead of videoing. All right, guys, just a thought that came to mind because of something just recently. If you hike where there's population, a lot of other people on the trail, or even a few people on the trail, don't let anyone else's pace influence your own pace. Go at your own pace and don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Especially you men, you dudes out there. Put your ego aside, and if someone's coming up behind, don't waste yourself trying to stay in front of them. Passed a guy in a trail a while back, about killed himself trying to stay in front of me. As the grunting and coughing and mucus increased, I thought, well, I'm going to do this guy a favor and pick up the pace and just get around him. I asked if he was okay. I was a little worried about him, actually. I'm just walking along the trail here, guys, in a thought, and I look over. I'm not kidding. I was just in my own little focused travels. By the way, if you're just tuning in, I did this mountain in June, and if you're curious about it, you can go back and watch that video compared to this time. But doing a lot better this time. Shortly after that, in training, I developed a hernia, and I had to get that taken care of. Fortunately, I had a quick recovery, and I've been hiking and biking and skateboarding and stuff a lot, so weightlifting, circuit training, a little bit of jogging, and boy, is it paying off, because I'm feeling real good. We're 11,400 and at about 11,200 something happened in the rhythm there. I had one of those moments where I had to stop and evaluate, slow down and evaluate, I should say. But it was good. I think I'm on top of things again now, and I would call this a gear change in the hike. Most hikers have experienced that, where you're plugging along, you've been in a single gear. It's like, okay, now there's a new pace, and that was that transition point. no doubt having to do with altitude. That's how I'm doing. Hat is off, of course, a long time ago. And the shirt, you guys saw that. Okay, it's time to, oh my. Oh, I remember this. That's all 18-inch, 24-inch steps in there. This is where it's hard to stay disciplined. And eat, because when you eat or talk, you run out of breath. Goodness gracious, look at this son of a gun. Beautiful. Look at these. Oh man. That is the first of 5 false peaks right there. We're at the saddle. The snow is gone. Look at this monstrosity right here. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. Maybe now? I just started giggling when I hit the top. There's one of the ski lifts right there. I guess one of those operates on the weekend to get up this way. So, I'm not stopping. We're gonna plug right ahead. And this is how I'm doing. I'm feeling good again. I went to another gear, 3rd time after those steps, and I've got some more, so I'm just gonna stay cool. Just stay cool. I'm doing good, man. By grace, I'm doing great. Okay, hiking pole time. On the slippery stuff where there's no steps, the hiking poles really help to propel, probably isn't the best word, but they do stabilize you. Oh, I don't know if I'm altitude loopy or I'm just having this much fun. Wink, wink, fun. Gosh, I can't even, oh. Is it this way? Yeah, it's that way. It's so rocky you can't even see the trail. I'm laughing at how gorgeous the scenery is. It's funny to be putting yourself through the ringer, and out there is all this peaceful beauty. Kind of the irony of it all, I don't know. Gosh. Well into the moonscape section. But the views are gorgeous. Pretty much a cloudless sky. That's looking back where we came from. I did have to stop and take my shoes off, get some rocks out. I accidentally made a detour. I was just looking down in the wrong place. And it cost myself about 10-15 minutes. But I'm back on trail. It's not a hard trail to follow, but I did make a mistake there. Oh, wow. Looks like a little midget mountain. That's Kendrick Peak. That's a big mountain. And this is a little piece of butt kick right here. I'm over 12,000 now, and that toughness that was there and that confidence isn't quite what it was, but I'm still doing good. And I'm over my aggravation for my little side trip. That was such a stupid mistake, just not watching the trail carefully enough. I came over one of those false summits, that guy right there, and just as I got on the back side, this raven comes arcing over and then like curves back down. Just amazing. Saw a full wingspan. Big raven, beautiful. Really have to watch. Oh, gosh. That wasn't planned. Really have to watch my footing in here, so I'm gonna put my phone down. taking out my socks, drying my feet just a little bit. Gonna take about 6 or 8 minutes up here at the top and head down. It's a real pain to use the phone in the right orientation, otherwise all my videos are upside down and I have to individually turn them around. But anyhow, just leaving the summit. Those ravens dancing up on the top. And I feel magnitudes better than I did last time. I feel great. And I'm gonna get down this mountain in good order. This is the nice area before the steep stuff. So, not sure how much I'll have the phone out, but I'll do it when I can. Gotta get back to my hiking poles here. Making real good time back down the trail here. Stopped and talked to a couple of people just briefly, just like 2-3 minutes at a time. Absolutely beautiful. Energy level's great right now. Hope it stays with me. Oh, wow, you feel like you're falling off the edge up here. So that's the saddle right down there. All right, guys, we're at the saddle. Gotta go up and look at it, right? Beautiful. Love these rugged cliffs over here. We are past the most treacherous part of the trail as far as footing goes, and from here on out there's a lower chance or lower probability of injury. And as we're descending, we're slowly coming into more air. Actually, here's the official saddle. That's the way we're going, right down past those signs. Making some great time as far as I can tell. Haven't had my phone out a lot, but we're doing really good. Here's what the trail looks like. I was waiting for a spot to be able to film because most of it's been pretty rocky and you know, small rocks where you could turn or break an ankle, that kind of a thing. The hiking poles help a lot, of course, but it's pretty continuous. So when I see a patch of trail like this, I'm like, hey, camera time. So we're doing good. I am storming this mountain. I've probably talked to about 5 or 6 people that were headed up. A lot of them just want to know how much further, or are we halfway, that kind of thing. So give them a marker to look at. Say, hey, there's a sign at 11.4. It's a good indicator to where you're at. You've got another 1,200 feet of climbing and not much oxygen, not much air up there. So if you're feeling tuckered at that point, you might not want to do the peak. The saddle is a heck of an accomplishment, really. You can be proud of yourself. We're at another one of these beautiful spots on the trail where it's all just perfectly like groomed. No rocks, no stumps, lots of grass. Hopefully using this lens in the camera does control some of that camera shake. Okay. They're short-lived, but it is a chance to get out that camera and share a little bit. Doing great, by the way. Either I look like Forrest Bob or some kind of a extreme athlete, because everyone stops and talks to me on the way up. Every single person now. Maybe I'm the first to come down in a while. I don't know. Back to the meadow and the ski runs. Parking lot's only 4 minutes away, so I just wanted to check in with you. So last time I came off this mountain, I was mad at it. I was half disgusted. I was tired, happy that I was done, but I was mad at it. Just coming down through here, I feel great. I mean, so much better than I did last time. Of course, I've only been on the trail just over 5 hours instead of 7 hours and 15 minutes and change. But I feel great. Hydration was not an issue this time. Just holding my arm up though. Would I want to go and do this tomorrow? No way, man. Next week? Yeah, it's fun, but I don't know if it's a little bit of torture, but it's the accomplishment, and look at what you get to see out here. Cool little spot here with a beautiful overlook. I've got a Red Bull sitting on the table. Let's go crack that puppy. Here's the view. Oh my goodness, that sugar is crazy. Woo! That'll jolt your senses right there. Here's the mountain behind us. I'm tired, but not destroyed. Goodness, I feel like I could actually take a short hike right now, especially now that I'm sitting down and relaxing a little bit. I've had a lot of sun already, so I'm only going to spend about 5 minutes out here and enjoy this, and then hit the road. But I would love to stay. It's just the breeze and the temperature is about 70 degrees, and everything was perfect. On the way down, I had a couple of really retarded stumbles, like tripped a couple times, and I had the hiking pole, so I caught myself. But I called myself an idiot, a moron, pick up your feet several times. So in case I was feeling studly or anything, back to reality. But it's a heck of a mountain, and I'm so proud or pleased with how I've done this time. I would do it again. Maybe a winter hike this time, and it'll be snowshoes. So we'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. Patriot out.